Hello everyone, my name is Tania Andrea Chavez Mazariegos. I'm a student at the Tecnológico de Monterrey Campus Cuernavaca, and today I will be talking about the SDG number 6, access to clean water and sanitation. Even though that should be considered a basic right, there are still communities and entire countries struggling with this problem. Nowadays, more than 2 billion people from all over the world are living without the possibility to obtain fresh water, and at least 1 million people more continue to practice open defecation. This is a serious challenge, considering that poor water quality and bad sanitation can originate several other problems, such as diseases and deaths. However, countries are aware that water is life, and they have started doing something about it. And today, we're interviewing 3 different people from 3 different countries so we can get to know their point of view and see how is their country facing this challenge. First of all, we're interviewing Monica Chavez Tamez, who is 35 years old. She was born in Mexico City, but left Mexico at the age of 17 to study design in Paris, and still lives there. Hi Monica, how are you?
I'm great, thanks. And you?
Great, thank you. Are you ready to answer a few questions?
Yeah, sure.
First of all, do you consider the majority of the country you live in has access to clean water?
Yes, I do consider the majority of the French population to have access to clean water and sanitation, because the European Union, and France especially, has very specific laws about it.
Cool, it's nice to see the government is getting involved too. And tell us, when you're in the street and you get thirsty, is there a way of getting clean water without buying it?
Sure, all tap water is safe to drink. There's even water fountains all over Paris where you can refill your bottles if you want to.
Cool. And do you consider that access to water has improved in recent years in your community?
Yes, absolutely. As I mentioned before, in recent years, water fountains have been installed all over Paris, and there are also sanitations where you can refill your bottle with sparkling or just regular water.
Great. Seems like France has a very good access to clean water. Thank you, Monica.
You're welcome.
Now, we're interviewing Juan Alberto Chavez, a 47-year-old industrial engineer who is born and raised in Mexico. Hi, Juan. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Great. Juan, do you consider the majority of your country has access to clean water?
No, it's well known that Mexico faces a lot of troubles providing access to clean water. People from remote communities have to walk for hours just for a bucket of water.
Oh, that's really awful. And when you're in the street and you get thirsty, is there a way of getting clean water without buying it?
No, tap water is not safe to drink, and if you want clean water, you have to buy it.
Oh no. And has it always been like that? Do you consider that access to water has improved in recent years in the community?
I don't think it has really improved. It's true that technologies to filter water has improved, but it's personal and not implemented by the country.
Sorry to hear that, Juan. Thank you so much for your time. Last but not least, we're talking to Sandra Vicentin, a 39-year-old dentist born in Dallas. Hi Sandra, are you ready for a few questions?
Sure.
First of all, do you consider the majority of the country you live in has access to clean water?
Not really. Although a lot of people in the US can access clean water, there are still communities and states struggling, and even if we have access, we still suffer from significant access challenge as well.
Oh, and when you're in the street and you get thirsty, is there a way of getting clean water without buying it?
And yes, in most of the states, tap water is safe to drink almost everywhere.
Nice to hear that. And do you consider that access to water has improved in recent years in your community?
Yes, not in a huge way, but nowadays water problems are less often and each time more states get access to it.
Thank you, Sandra. That was all for today, everybody. Thank you so much to everyone who took the time to listen, and especially to our guests, because thanks to them, we got a bigger picture and a multicultural perspective of the SDG number 6, access to clean water and sanitation. But the most important thing here is that each country is doing different things, but we must always appreciate and take care of our resources, no matter the situation we're living in. So I hope this inspires you and keep changing the world.